Bike of the month for December. Special unit here. 83 Schwinn Predator. Some old school Troxel Trackmasters on it. I saved this bike from going to the scrapyard several years ago. We bought the Sprite pad set for it, themed it out with Sprite stuff, and let me get up here so I can actually show you the detail of this wreath that my kid made for the Sprite bike. How sick. This one, little dude, little Sprite can dude. Oh, it's so freaking rad. Look at that, y'all. That is Christmas. Bonus feature, Maddie's Thunderbird bike with a wreath on it also, Thunderbird themed, Amy grips. Super sick. The Hot Wheel Christmas tree. So yeah, Maddie decorated the bike. This is our, this is the shop for Christmas time. I'm loving it. Got my icicle lights hanging up there. If you haven't noticed, we love Christmas. Maybe I'll get you a clip of my front yard in my house later on tonight because it looks like Clark Griswold's place. So anyways, hope you guys enjoy the bike of the month. Like I said, 83 Schwinn Predator. Basically all original. I put the Troxel Trackmasters on it and the green tires to keep going with the Sprite theme, the green grips, all that stuff, but it's OG seat post, frame, fork, all that good stuff. I actually had the original V-bars for it. I just changed them to put these pads on it. So anyways, there you go. Bike of the month, Christmas themed. Shout out to the homie Maddie for making the super rad Christmas wreaths. We actually made these up because we were supposed to be riding in a Christmas parade. That didn't happen. Anyways, enjoy the bike of the month. Let's get to the video.
Wait, this video cannot start until I shout out our new Christmas merch drop. We got 2 rad shirts for you. First one is the Dear Santa tee, available in sport gray and black. Dear Santa, please bring nitrous. Everybody wants that, let's be real. Then we got the St. Nick's Foxbody tee, available in sport gray, black, and ash. Both shirts up to 5XL. Check them out with the link in the description box.
Welcome back to the channel. We got a treat today. Check this thing out. Some 79 goodness for you guys. This is my good friend Wallace, the white Capri you've seen us work on. He just scooped this thing up. 79 Cobra, one of one car. I'll get into that in just a second. But 79 Cobra, all original exterior, has the LMR upgraded TRX, or the repop up TRX wheels. Yeah. Quick overview of this thing. Look at this amazing interior. This is probably my favorite part of the car, is the interior. I love this pattern on the seats. Super cool. Really super cool. So fun fact, this is actually our car Maxine, my wife's car. This is how she started life. Exactly like this car, orange on top, black on the bottom. So let's walk over here. This is what we're doing. Got a host of stuff from iBach. Flowmaster, got some subframe connectors over there in the floor. So let's roll the intro and we'll get into more what we're doing to this thing. Okay, let's pop open a couple of boxes to see exactly what we got. I've already me and Wallace opened some of this. From the great people over at Flowmaster, we got pair of classic 2 chambers, 40 series, whatever they call them nowadays. They're always going to be 2 chambers to me. It's Flowmaster tailpipes, which I know firsthand are really nice because I've had some on my personal cars. New H-pipe, which this H-pipe might be in good shape, and if it is, we're going to just leave it. He bought it just in case. These are some weld-in subframe connectors. I'm pretty sure this is just shocks and springs, but let's just open it up, see what we got. So this should be a set of springs. Yep, set of classic. These are, since they're red, if I'm correct, they should be the Sportline springs, which are going to be a little bit lower than the regular ones. So pinion snubber. Fun fact, any of you guys out there with lowered Fox bodies, do the pinion snubber. If you notice after you lower your car, all of a sudden you have no rear traction, especially if you go really low, what happens, the diff, this pinion snubber sits up in the body, and the front of the pinion, the diff, actually contacts it. That's like your bump stop. On these cars, the Fox cars actually have a bump stop on each side. Get an SN and a New Edge. What happens is the pinion rolls up and hits this, and it actually will raise the back of the car up and unload the rear suspension with a stock snubber. This one's a little bit shorter, a little smaller, so you still had the amount of pinion travel to roll up, because when you take off, your pinion naturally rolls up as you go through the gears. Just thought I'd touch on that real quick. Looks like got us an iBox sticker. Yep, you guys know the deal. You bring me parts, they got stickers, you don't get your stickers. Sorry, not sorry. All right, first box, springs. this should be a set of shocks and struts. Yep, those are the little strut shims for your for the strut plates. If you guys have ever noticed, you change struts on your car, sometimes the clamshell where it goes over the spindle will be really, really wide. These are shims to correct that because these struts are obviously designed to fit 79-204. So use the shims on the wider ones. Oh yeah, it's a great rear shock. Nice, solid looking rear shock. That's all that's in there. Yep, 2 rear shocks. This should be a front strut. Yep, nice Eibach Pro Damper. This is a really quality strut. This car is about to be a different animal. That's his biggest complaint is it's got a good horsepower upgrade under the hood, which we'll show you that in a minute, but his biggest complaint is it drives like 1979. So we're gonna fix that. And here's just your standard length flat subframe connector. He actually told me that it had the T-bar where you bolt the seat bolts through there, but it does not, Wallace. So you got some standard subframes. I'm gonna get these tacked in. This will be the last thing I do. I wanna get all the other stuff done first, but I think first things first, let's, it's super foggy and kind of dreary out this morning, but if it's clearing up, let's say we get this thing out and go for a drive and see what stock 1979 Mustang feels like. Like I said, it's got a power upgrade. We'll show you that in a second, but suspension, steering, all that stuff is as she came as far as we know. So I think before I even throw it on the lift or anything, let's take her down the road and take y'all with us. Okay, let's do a cold start on this thing. It has been sitting in the shop all night. It is carbureted. Let's, it's electric choke, so one pat should turn the choke on, and let's see if it cranks. Runs great. Way too quiet. Let's get some heat in it. Let's get the choke kicked off, and we'll take it down the road. Oh yeah, choke comes right off of there. Runs great. It's a great cold start for sure. All right. That's pretty good for dead cold. So yeah, I'm gonna grab the wife. She's gonna hop in here. We're gonna go down the road. Before we take off, let's take a notice at this original, as far as we know, red dash pad that is immaculate. This interior is amazing. This is a also not just some random plate. This is a factory 79 radio delete plate that Wallace put in there himself. Let's go take it down the road. The thing is incredibly quiet. It has I don't know the details, but it's Edelbrock heads, 306, so it's a 30 or 40 over 302. Definitely not the stock engine, and we have a T5. If you guys don't know, the 79 to I think 83 cars came with a 4-speed. Feels good. Wow. It's a little drizzly. I hate getting this car out, but this is not a pristine, immaculate paint car. It is original paint. So, and he is loving the driver qualityness of it. He's like, dude, I see the light with the driver quality cars. Like, beautiful interior, but it's misting right now. Not a big deal. We're not doing anything spirited. We're just driving it, and it drives fantastic. It's she's floaty. It definitely feels like. Oh, check that out. Rear defrost. Neither one of our 79 cars have rear defrost. We'll see if it works. Does not stay on for some reason, but that's pretty rad. I've never seen that option. It's got the highly sought after map light, reading light that actually my 79 Gia has, but our 79 Cobra Maxine does not. This is only the second car I've ever seen that has the actual Cobra dash. So this stuff is very specific. This design, obviously with the Cobra, but this you could only get in a Cobra, and it's exactly like Maxine. We're just gonna take this thing a quick loop around. Yeah, it's definitely not sporty in the steering or stopping department. We're not doing brake upgrades, but he does have plans for that. Man, this thing runs really good. Man. It is awfully golly, it does not corner worth a crap. I am really enjoying this. It's a nice driving car. I don't know if I've ever drove like a stock Foxbody. Well, I guess Myrtle. When I got Myrtle, she was stock. Yeah, this thing's nice. Fantastic oil pressure. Temp's coming up. He's been driving and he said he has 0 complaints as far as the drivability goes. It runs like a top. You guys seen the cold start, so the carburetor is obviously pretty dialed in, and it's very smooth, snappy, and we're just now getting temp into it. So, and guys, I gotta say something also about this. Speaking of carburetors, man, I've been a huge EFI guy. But through my recent trials and tribulations with Maddie's T-Bird, Ladybird, and just my own carbureted vehicles, I myself am seeing the light into the carbureted life. It's simple, it's stupid simple. It's stupid how it works because nobody really knows how they work. They're just magic. Carburetors are magic. And they just work. The simplicity, we're right now putting together Maddie's 351 Windsor. Her fuel injection is gonna be long gone. We're doing carburetor, ready to run distributor, all the easy stuff. So yeah, I'm seeing the light on the carb stuff, man. I was naive about it and just didn't know. And once I got my convertible, I had to do a lot of work on the carburetor. I had it on my bench with YouTube playing, YouTube teaching me how to work on it, and I was like, okay, this stuff's really not that freaking hard. It's pretty stupid simple. So same with my bullnose, it's got the Cleveland in it with a Holly carburetor. I had to go into that thing, do some jet change and stuff, and if you know how to read a spark plug, you can tune a carburetor. You don't need to know anything else about a carburetor except for what adjustments to make. If you know how to read a spark plug, you can make a carburetor run good, bar none, period, end of story. Vacuum gauge, read a spark plug, any carburetor can run like a top. Take my word, and I'm no expert. I'm an EFI guy. I wanted to take it down this road really quick by the house. It's got some twisty corners, and we're going slow, but it is not a handling car. It's got, watch how much I had to turn the wheel to get through this corner. She's just laying over on her side. Whoa, baby. Definitely don't drive like our Foxbodies, but we're about to change that. She's nice, man. She is nice. Okay, we're gonna get some quick exhaust clips of how it is now because this thing is quiet. It's got some kind of turbo muffler, so I'm gonna hand my wife the microphone and go to the back and let's get the exhaust clips. Little idle clip. Okay, so she's nearly quiet as a mouse. It sounds better on video than actually it does in person. It sounds like I just listened to it on the phone. It's quiet. Like it is stock Mustang quiet. So that being said, you're probably not gonna expect that. This thing is clean. When the guy that Wallace just got the car from, a fun fact, this car's from Pennsylvania also. And it is immaculate for a northern car. Like I've already poked around the strut towers, so don't, no, get in there. Trust me, I've already looked at the strut towers. I don't want to hear it. They're clean. It's a Pennsylvania car. This car has been well taken care of. But yeah, Wallace has some information. Like I said, it's got Edelbrock heads on it. I think it's got, I don't know what intake manifold it is. Yeah, nice set of headers. It's got some kind of little cam in it because I can hear it underneath the muffled up turbo mufflers. So yeah, we're going to fix the sound and fix the stance of this baby. Let's throw it on the lift and see up under, because I've not seen under it. Wallace hasn't really seen under it. He wanted me to do some good video underneath it, so let's get under this thing. All right, first looks underneath this thing. Clean, very clean. Nice little car. Very clean little car. Looks like it's got maybe a slight, trying to get on camera, leak from power steering. I'm gonna clean that off and see if it's a leak or see if it's just somebody made a mess putting it on. It's got some newer parts store struts on it. Looks like somebody put coil springs and struts, but they're like stock springs. Yeah. The H-pipe, in fact, is a pretty nice piece. It's fairly new, so we're gonna just leave that right where it's at. But here is then lies our problem. Little bitty 2 1/4 flow tubes. These muffler shop mufflers got her choked down in sound and power. It's got a pretty nice set of tailpipes on it, but they're also 2 1/4. We're gonna upgrade that to 2 1/2. Both sides. Yeah, talking point here. We still got the stock 7.5 diff, and if I'm reading this tag right, I got the e-brake on so I can't spin the tires, but it says 308, not 3L08, which would mean it's a locker. Sorry about the light. Anyways, upgrades in the future. Yeah, it's a clean car. Nothing back here, just minimal surface rust, but she's solid car, really solid car. For being a Pennsylvania car, yes, it's got surface rust right there. No big deal. We're not really worried about all that. Nothing is good. It's got all new exhaust hangers on it also, which is a huge plus. Makes my job a lot easier. So I think what I'm going to tackle first is get these old stock shocks and struts out of here and get this thing looking better and riding better. Yeah, looks like it's had tie rods put in on it. Sway bar bushings, end links, bushings, everything. Yeah, this thing's sweet, man. I love the gray painted block, like factory. That makes me happy. Okay, so I forgot I told you guys in the beginning and before the intro that this is a one-of-one car. It's kind of funny to say that. A lot of guys are like that. I sound like a Corvette guy now, don't I? So here it is. He has a whole Marti Report. If you guys, my Ford guys out there aren't familiar with a Marti Report, check out Marti Auto Works. Really super cool. He only does these for Fords. He's licensed to do this by Ford, but he gives you the breakdown. So the 1979 Mustang. So 1979 of the 369,937, which fun fact, that's the most Mustangs produced, most Fox bodies produced in 1 year. They never made that many after 79. 120,000 were 3-door hatchback, 17,000 had the Cobra package, 8,600 had the 5-liter, 3,900 had the 4-speed, 380 had this color, 14 had the red cloth high back buckets, which those seats are specific. 12 ordered with the Cobra hood decal. So if you got the Cobra kit, you didn't get that super cool hood decal. Here's where it gets cool. One, this is from Marti, so there's no more information to find. If any information can be found, one of these cars came with a 4-way adjustable front seat. It has a lever where you pull it to slide the seat forward and back. And it also has a lever you pull up in the front, so the seat actually raises up and down like an ejector seat. But yeah, one of one car with the 4-way adjustable front seat. So now Wallace can always claim that this is a one of one car. Before I stop the video, check this out. So 1979, $4,400 could have got you a V8 Mustang, because here's $4,436. This is all base price. Check this out. 4-speed manual. You got Duraspark, where's the 5.0-liter 2-valve engine, no charge. So for $4,400, you could have got a manual V8 Mustang in 1979. Once you put the stuff you want on it, $7,200 out the door, Cobra package, everything. And look, this power disc brakes was $70, which I assume the other option, I've never seen a Fox body with front drums, was manual disc brakes. Just thought I'd go over that with you. Mr. One of One. And if I know Wallace, he's going to run with that, his one-of-one Mustang. And I would too. It's a cool fact. Okay, I got our old stuff out. Front struts, front springs. Fun fact, this is pretty new, like part store replacement spring. Somebody has cut a little bit off. You can see their whiz wheel, death wheel, die grinder marks on this one where they've locked the coil off there. It looks like probably about a coil. But even though those are cut, you can see our new spring is still pretty good bit shorter, so we should get some decent drop out of this spring. So they're pretty new, just part store replacement struts. So there's our I-Block spring, our I-Block Pro Damper going in. I've got this side all together, but the sway bar link. Sorry if you can't hear me that good, I forgot to grab the mic. But yeah, I-Block Pro Damper installed, I-Block spring installed. With the Fox, you don't have to use those little spacers. The spacers are for SNs and new edges. So yeah, let's put this other one in. We'll move to the back. Okay, got both sides of our front suspension done. Sway bar links hooked up. Everything is in like it's supposed to be. I didn't film any of it because I just slammed it together. I told y'all I probably wouldn't. I got a whole tutorial video on an SN about doing shock springs on Fox chassis. If you want to go check that out. Very in-depth, step-by-step, how to replace it. It's stupid easy. So, we're all good up here. Let's move to the rear. Box springs, shocks. Start back here with these access covers. Get to the top shock nut. That top nut pokes up through the body here. And then we can go underneath, replace our spring, shock, be on about our business. One step closer to making Fox's drive great again. All right, all the old stuff is out. And once again, a new set of springs, which is, I don't know why I'm so mind blown by somebody went through the trouble to go to the parts store and get a set of stock springs for Fox body. I don't know. Anyways, so look at the difference. It's going to sit right. It's going to sit really good. The fronts, somebody had lopped a coil off the front, but it still was monster truck ride height. So yeah, these I-Block shocks are really sweet. I like that they have like a dust boot on them. You don't just have the exposed shaft getting dust and crap in there. Yeah, let's get this stuff in there and continue on. Okay, rear springs are in. Ironically enough, this car actually had pretty good shape rubber isolators, so there's the lower one intact. Amazing. Somebody's probably replaced them. Upper one in place. That spring, lower isolator in place. Makes a big difference. So, put our new shocks on. I gotta transfer the, you gotta transfer the lower hardware bolt. That's the only thing you have to transfer because iBox sends you new upper bushings, all that stuff. Transfer the lower bolt, and we will have whole new suspension under this car, and it should make a tremendous difference. All right, just one thing I want to point out on this iBox rear shock deal. If you especially have an early car, it's going to have this larger style shock bolt with this made on to shoulder. Well, that bolt don't even go in there. So I found some, I found some OEM style. Obviously, I got a plethora of Ford hardware around here, so I found a nice flanged headed bolt that fits nice and snug in there. We can replace the factory bolts. With that, just wanted to tell you guys, maybe before you take your car apart, make sure you got some sort of hardware. Luckily, I'm a hardware hoarder, self-proclaimed, and quite proud of it. So we had hardware. So just wanted to leave that fun fact in there for you. Stock-ish mufflers. I'm gonna say stock mufflers, but it's not stock to the car, but that's a darn bone stock muffler. Tailpipes are super nice, but this is crazy. Like this literally looks like an OEM style muffler. This thing has rowdy engine in it, but you would have never known. Let's hear what it sounds like. I have nothing on it right now, and I'm dying to hear what this thing sounds like, so let's start it. This is nothing but headers and H-pipe. Let's hear what she sounds like. There we go. That's a lot better. This isn't gonna sound sick with a good exhaust. All right, rear suspension complete. Got our shocks in there with our newer upgraded bolts. Nice factory hardware on both sides. I'm a stickler for that kind of stuff. Springs, shocks in. Already got the exhaust off. We're ready to go with the new stuff. So let's unbox everything. I got flow tubes, I got all this stuff. Let's unbox it. And so what we took off versus what we're going back with. Okay, new exhaust stuff. Don't worry, sorry about my nasty glove. These are probably the worst gloves I've ever bought also. They're vinyl gloves from Harbor Freight. It's the only thing I could find ones in there. Side note, they suck. 2.5-inch flow tubes versus our 2 1/4 we took off. Flowmaster 40 series, 2 chambers, whatever you want to call them. They're always going to be 2 chambers to me. Versus your OEM style muffler. That looks like just like a seriously off the wall muffler shop, standard replacement muffler. And then instead of beautiful stainless steel Flowmaster, let me pull this back. Tailpipes, yes, with the nice stainless versus either just aluminum. There's nothing wrong with these tailpipes. They're just standard muffler shop edition. This is going to be a great upgrade for this car. And yeah, it's going to sound amazing. We want to hear that cam now, which is what we all want to hear. Which, let's be real with everybody. All y'all out there with your cammed cars, if you tell me anything different, I'm going to say you're probably lying. The main reason you put a cam in it is because it sounds cool. The horsepower is a side effect. I know that's the wrong mentality, but we put cams in it because it sounds cool. And hey, we got extra free horsepower. You know, if you tell me anything wrong, I think you're probably lying. All right, tailpipes are in place. I'm just gonna peel this wrapper off with you guys because it was satisfying to the other side because these things are clean. Let's pull this off. Oh yeah. Now that's a proper tailpipe. I like that. Laser engraved Flowmaster on the side. You can't really see it, but you can see it. Yeah, that looks sweet. It's the little things, guys. It's the little things. So yeah, I've got my mufflers mocked up under here with the flow tube. Sorry about that crazy zoom in, my bad on that. Yeah, we're all under here mocked up, looking a lot better already. It's gonna flow better. It just looks way symmetrical. So yeah, I'm gonna put a couple of tacks on the muffler side, and then I'll drop them down and weld them in. Once I have everything lined up, I'll throw some tacks up there, and then we'll drop the mufflers back down so I can fully weld them. And I think I'm going to, I was just talking to the owner, he's hanging out with me. I think I'll probably clamp the tailpipes in, use those band style clamps that wraps around the pipe so you can easily remove them again, just so it's not all one piece exhaust, just for whatever reason. I don't like that. If you ever have to take them off to service it for some reason, you never know. One day you might want to put a quiet muffler on it. Never say never. Okay, so we got our exhaust system completed. I had said I was gonna try to clamp the tailpipes in. I couldn't find any clamps locally that I really like, so we just welded it all and turned out great. I mean, I'm super happy with it. It's nice. symmetrical, same size, 2.5-inch flow tubes now into 2.5-inch, 2-chamber mufflers, 40 series, whatever you want to call them. 2.5-inch stainless steel tailpipes. I got them nice and super even in the back. I'm pretty pleased with it. They got some great upgrades on this car today, for sure. Yeah, showing the tailpipes, it looks nice. The actual stainless steel tailpipes instead of just the silver aluminum stuff we had before. Yeah, she's looking good. Let me get this light out of the shot so it's not glaring. But yeah, we're good. Painted up my weld so nothing rust. Put some pretty nice beads on there. I'm not the best welder in the world, but I'm getting better every time I do it. So, yeah, we're good, man. Not rubbing on anything. Everything's nice and solid, not hitting, nothing banging and clanging around. So, nothing left to do now, but let's see what this thing sounds like. It's got to sound tremendously better. Fired it up, open header. I think I put that clip in there. But yeah, it's let's see what she sounds like. We got a hot rod now, y'all. Oh, it sounds amazing now. Yo, this thing. Yeah. Got the tailpipes nice and even. I'm proud of myself on that. That looks great. Stance looks pretty good. Sits a lot better than it did. It's not super low, which we knew it wasn't going to be crazy low. iBox aren't known for being like super crazy low, but check that right out there in the shot. Sitting right on top of the tires. Yeah, I'm not upset with it. Wallace is gonna love it, man. This thing is great. Let's take this thing down the road. See if it handles any better. I can already tell it's got some stiffness to it. Even before when you hit the brakes, it was like, oh wow, it sounds so good. Gosh, it's got like quintessential Foxbody sound. Oh, yeah. Yeah, buddy, you got a Mustang now. Yes, much better. Much better. Let's put it in this corner. Oh yeah, way, way better. Literally night and day noticeable difference from the driver's seat. Oh yeah, he's gonna love this. One recommendation I think I'm gonna give him is we need to put some big sway bars on this because the early cars had little bitty, I mean pinky finger big sway bars. So, oh man. Yeah. Rev matching on point, y'all notice that? There ain't no computer doing it like y'all's Cody cars either. Work on this car for him. So yeah, I got a couple more things to do to this thing. I got to hook the heater hoses up, see about welding the subframe connectors in. That really needs to be done on a drive-on rack. I got a buddy that's got a shop down the street, so we might do that, get him to do that, but I might end this video off right here. I'm not sure. I'll probably give you guys a little bit of footage of the heater hose stuff. It's pretty cut and dry, but yeah, we might end the video here. Driving the Foxbody, passing a Mustang, got a wave, hey! So yeah, hope y'all enjoyed the video. Definitely check out some of my other stuff, Foxbody content. If you're liking this one, we got plenty of more stuff like that. So like, subscribe, drop us some cool comments. Most of all, stay the raddest.